Welcome everyone to the complete list of the scheduled releases for Medicom Mafex 112 scale for 2022, and this is for the superhero lines Marvel and DC live action and comic related figures. Of course, last year there were many delays for Mafex, so some figures have been pushed back for the new year, but dates may still vary depending on any new announcements later on. So in terms of the history, Medicom Mafex have released almost up to 170 releases, including this year's announcements, and almost 70% of them make up of either Marvel or DC. For their Marvel live action, it's not as consistent as say other companies, but in terms of the best on the market, they do certainly have some of those figures, and they're building on their Infinity War and Endgame lines. And for their Marvel comic lines, they are a bit more consistent with their Spider-Man and X-Men waves. And for DC, when it comes to both the live action and comic lines, they're a bit more consistent than the other companies out there. So let's begin with the list. Starting off in January, we'll be seeing a new Harley Quinn figure from the movie spin-off Birds of Prey, and this is in the gold jumpsuit, which includes plenty of accessories as well as a hyena. In February, we'll get our second Captain America live action, this time for the Avengers Endgame, and of course this figure will include a spinning Mjolnir as well as the broken shield. Also in the same month, we'll get our first comic related figure with Azrael's Batman from the comic Knightfall. This of course is Jean-Paul Valley, who took on the mantle of Batman. Also in February, they have another Batman scheduled, this time continuing with their Dark Knight Returns line with the Armored Batman. We also get our first black suit Superman based off his resurrection from the iconic comics Return of Superman. In March, we get the highly anticipated Thor from the Avengers Endgame based off his final battle look, and this is a second Thor figure following the Infinity War edition. And they will continue with their X-Men line with a first Jean Grey figure, and this of course is based off the comic version. We also get Superman from The Dark Knight Returns, which is another great addition to this line, and this is great timing, especially added with the Armored Batman. In April, we get the delayed Iron Man Mark 85, and this is based off the Final Battle edition, as it includes plenty of accessories, and one of the reasons for the delay is because they've added the Nano Gauntlet into the collection. In April, we'll see our first Doctor Strange figure based off the Infinity War line, and we'll see some accessories never seen before in previous releases. Also in April, they scheduled another Avengers Endgame release, and this is the first ever Captain Marvel release for Mafex. We will also see our first non-live action Harlequin figure from the line Batman Hush, and of course this is another addition to the already made line. Moving on to May, we get our second Birds of Prey Harlequin with the Caution Tape edition, and this includes plenty of accessories like the accurate face expressions and the memorable accessory like the cheese sandwich. And we get our first Wonder Woman 84 figure with the Golden Eagle armor based off the final battle scene. And going back to the DC Comics line, we have our second return of the Superman following the black suit. This is a unique release of Cyborg Superman. And then halfway through the year in June, they'll be adding to their Batman Hush line with another Batman release, this time known as the Stealth Jumpsuit Edition. Also in June, they'll be releasing their fifth Iron Man figure, but the first ever comic version. This is from the Invincible Iron Man. In July, they'll be continuing with their Marvel Comics releases with the Black Suit Spider-Man, also known as the Symbiote Spider-Man suit, and this is of course based off his Secret Wars look. In the same month, we'll also get a Joker from the new Batman Adventures, and this is the follow-up to the recent released Batman version. And in August, we'll get another live-action Marvel figure with our first ever Loki look, and the God of Mischief and half-brother of Thor will be released under the title Infinity War. And they have also scheduled another Batman Hush figure to the collection, a character we don't see that often, Huntress. In September, they have scheduled their second Deadpool figure, and this time it's not the classic black and red colours, but the white and black version, and this is based off the X-Force comics. And in the same month, we'll see the follow-up for the figure with a Wolverine from X-Force, this time in the black and silver suit, and this will be the third Wolverine they've made. And in October, we'll get another release of Cyclops from the X-Men comics. This is the color variant version, very similar to the previous Cyclops figure, but of course in a different color edition. And the latest release, we knew who'll come. It is the Black Suit Superman from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and this fits perfectly in the current line. So that is the complete schedule so far for 2022 for both Marvel and DC. Which figure are you looking forward to the most, and who else would you like to see Mafex announce in the future? Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.